Hello everyone, get ready for some trending new info in your quest for knowledge. People who can fall asleep within 8 seconds of their head hitting their pillow. How the duck do you fall asleep within 8 seconds of your head hitting your pillow? My brother is one of these people, and I asked him this recently. The trick is a clean conscience. I got nothing to think about. Me, how do you not think about anything? I dunno. I just stopped thinking. He's 16. Not thinking is the key. I had to train myself to completely clear my mind. Start by cutting inner monologues. Imagine you were born deaf and think primarily in images. Then cut those and just focus on what you feel. The last step is to tune out those sensations. In the beginning, you will only be able to sustain it for a couple seconds, but you'll be able to go longer with time. Eventually, it'll be second nature. I have created an imaginary world in my head that I only visit when I'm in bed and going to sleep. My mind associates those places and characters and narratives with sleep. See so many people with awesome imaginations. Makes me so happy. I do the same thing, and I never thought about the associative factor as being why it's so effective. I also wear a sleep mask, and I think putting it on is part of the ritual that tells my brain that it's bedtime. Are you Batman? Hit it hard enough. On this bed? Nailed it. I love you. My friend does this. We'll be playing video games, then he'll suddenly be tired and good night. Literally seconds later I can hear him snoring in his room. Like your friend, I also can sleep right away. I've been teased about it a lot growing up. But seeing as how I'm in the minority of people, I must assume that would be because of envy? I'm not sure if other people like me are like this, but I don't have an inner monologue that distracts from my sleep time. You can't think. Don't think of anything real or about falling asleep. Once you do, you'll never go to sleep. Best trick I've found when I don't fall asleep easy is to put myself in a movie. Like imagine yourself walking through the gates of Hogwarts. What happens next? All up to you, and just let your imagination flow. Eventually you'll fall asleep without realizing it. I have to kinda gaze into the back of my eyelids without thinking. Like when you rub your eyes and all the different shapes and images and crap fly around? I just watch them with absolutely no thought and I'm out within 2 to 3 minutes. Chronic sleep deprivation. I came in here to offer some advice, like think about being in a movie or video game, but the more I think about it, the more I'm sure you are right. I actually do just play Elder Scrolls in my head. I just start running around in the forest somewhere thinking of some imaginary quest to do, but I am always asleep before I finish the quest. Pretty view in my mind to fall asleep to though, haha. I'm a lifelong insomniac, but my sister could fall asleep on her way to the pillow and sleep through the car going over train tracks. I wake up if a mouse farts across the street. I never got it. Out of all the things you could say to represent a little noise, a mouse farting across the street is what you chose? I respect it. I agree with it. And I most definitely will use it in the future. PFFFT. I use a meditation method I learned in a yoga class. Lay flat on your back, take deep breaths through your nose. As you exhale, mentally relax each muscle group, starting with your face and working down to your toes. Try to imagine exhaling through your muscles and out through your toes. Imagine your body slowly melting into your bed. This usually takes about 30 seconds to 1 minute. Next, imagine as vividly as possible a river. It helps if you use one from memory. I personally use a combination of the River Wild movie and memories from a family trip to the Green River. Imagine yourself walking out to the middle of the river. Let yourself get lost in the flow around you. Try to imagine any stray thoughts as floating to you on the river. As you think of things, set them in the water and watch them float away. This process without fail gets me to sleep within 10 minutes, if I am having trouble sleeping. But like Ralph Wiggum, sleep is where I am a Viking. Sorry for my abysmal Simpsons knowledge. I think I really just wanted Ralph to be an amazing genius who kills people in space and commits xenocide. I'm a firefighter, and my one partner says what he likes least about me is my ability to fall asleep so fast after returning from a call. It helps to be physically tired. Much easier to fall asleep when your body has been engaged in physical activity during the day. I try to lay perfectly still, and not allow myself to scratch my nose if it itches, for example. I just ignore the itch, and next thing I know, it's time to get up. I just discovered that there are people with an inner monologue, and this voice in their head allows them to have silent discussions and worry about decisions and whatnot. I don't have this. I don't have any voices talking to me. My preference is also to listen to a documentary on YouTube or Netflix. I set my timer on my phone to stop playing after 20 minutes and rarely stay awake till the end. I am very well versed on the first 10 minutes of World War II. For me it was a learned skill, thank you US Army. They pushed me to work from reveille to taps, and only allowed for 5 to 6 hours of sleep, and I need 7 to 8. I wore an alarm watch. Any break during the day? Oh, I have 25 minutes? Set alarm watch, prop against a tree or lay down anywhere I could, bam, asleep. My wife is still amazed at how I do it. I used to be an aircraft mechanic in the military. I was in a tug vehicle used to tow aircraft, waiting for another shop to finish a low power turn engine are running. I was maybe 10 to 15 feet away from the aircraft, sitting in the tug. All that noise and still managed to take a 45-minute nap and woke up as soon as the engines shut down. I'm pretty sure they ran the engines up to 75% power and still slept right through it all. Man, I have insomnia and none of this poop works. I always laugh at the responses to these. Because most of them are a chicken or the egg situation. Insomniacs don't have trouble sleeping because they look at a screen before falling asleep. We look at a screen in bed because we know how miserable it is to literally lay in a pitch black room with nothing but white noise for 7 straight hours and never fall asleep. We don't have a schedule because of our insomnia. We don't have insomnia because we don't have a schedule. We work out at night, because we spend the morning still trying to fall asleep. When we work out in the morning, it means we don't sleep at all for 48 plus hours. We have tried, just don't think about anything. We've tried no screens, we've tried relaxing voices / sounds / podcasts, we've tried meditation, we've Googled every possible thing to learn how to fall asleep. We've tried whatever bullpoop herb or sleep aid is popular this week. Just basically never give a crap about anything meaningful, that way you'll never have anything to keep you awake. Totally healthy way to approach life. This is just another way of saying acceptance. It actually is a really healthy way of approaching life if you do it right. Not necessarily not doing anything you give a crap about, instead realizing that nothing really matters as much as you think it does, and loving what you're going through. Why love it if it doesn't matter anyways? I know what you mean, yet that's the first thing my mind's come up with. I've worked 20 plus shifts and be ridiculously tired and still takes me 20 to 30 minutes at least. So, what the answer is, I think it's just brain chemistry. Thanks for this. I keep seeing responses that basically say I work hard. Lots of people do and still can't sleep for poop. I don't work 20-hour shifts but have a very stressful job. I'm always exhausted at the end of the day but can't fall asleep for an hour after I lay down, minimum. I wonder why that is. Could it be that because of the stress your body is hyped up and have released hormones to keep you alert / alive and it takes time to burn those? I'm just guessing here. That's my secret cap, I'm always tired. I'm surprised this isn't closer to the top. I'm always tired and can fall asleep no problem, and I thought a lot of people were like that. But I'm just now realizing that maybe I have a problem. Exercise a lot in the morning after waking up. So I need a time machine? Well, first you'll need a hot tub. I turn on Netflix, or Hulu, to a show I've seen a million times. I turn away from the screen and fall asleep. The key is that it can't be something you need to pay attention to, works like a charm for me. I did this only with shows I thought were stupidly boring. One single episode of Star Trek Voyager lasted me 6 weeks. Only problem is I eventually became a fan, am now a proud Trekkie, and the bloody shows can't put me to sleep anymore because they're too interesting. This is literally me. My husband is just the reverse. The main differences I observe between the two of us: 1. I'm a doer, he is a thinker. Worrying about stuff keeps him up at night, whereas I go to bed with the reassurance I've done all I can do that day in case sera. 2. He brings his phone to bed and browses Reddit. I'm strictly no screens an hour before bed. 3. Other than bringing the phone to bed, he has no routine. By about 9:30, I'm winding down with my skincare routine, washing up, making a hot drink, and then in bed with a book by 10:15 at the latest. 4. Since I'm the high energy person in the relationship, I'm moving and doing things all the time, get home from work, cooking, have dinner, work out, do some laundry, read before bed. I'm pretty physically tired / drained by the time I hit the pillow. My husband runs at what seems to be a consistently lower energy level, like low enough that he needs a lot of downtime, usually in front of screens, to recharge. but high enough that he doesn't sleep well. What would have been your answer or question? Leave it in the comments below. Slap that like and subscribe button for more, and check out the link in the video description for even more answers. Peace out, and catch you in the next video.